Rasheeda's pregnancy exposed. Kirk Frost just lost his mind. In the world of reality television, drama often comes in waves, but some moments make waves that go beyond the screen and ripple through social media, the tabloids, and fans' lives. For Rasheeda and Kirk Frost, stars of the reality TV show Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, life behind the scenes has always been filled with intrigue, secrets, and jaw-dropping moments. One of the most shocking of these moments came when Rasheeda's pregnancy was exposed, and Kirk Frost, her husband, lost his mind. The build-up to the bombshell. Rasheeda and Kirk's relationship had always been a rollercoaster ride on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, marked by public ups and downs. The couple has been married since 2010, and while they've shared moments of joy, they've also been open about their struggles. The challenges they've faced, from Kirk's infidelity to the emotional toll of navigating fame and family, have all played out in front of millions of viewers. But the pregnancy revelation was something different. It was a bombshell that no one saw coming, at least not in the way it was revealed. For fans who had followed their journey closely, it seemed that Kirk and Rasheeda were navigating their relationship through a rocky phase. They'd gone through their share of tumultuous moments, including a previous cheating scandal that left their marriage in jeopardy. The emotional pain of that betrayal still lingered, and many wondered if their relationship could withstand the pressure of public scrutiny. For Rasheeda, a woman who has always been fiercely independent and determined, the idea of starting a family again after such a public and personal ordeal was something that had fans questioning how this new chapter would unfold. Would it bring them closer together, or would it push them even further apart? The shock of the reveal. The moment came during a Love and Hip Hop reunion special, when Rasheeda revealed that she was pregnant. The news hit viewers like a ton of bricks, and no one could have predicted the chaos it would unleash. Kirk Frost, who had been grappling with his own demons and the fallout from his previous actions, was visibly shaken by the news. In front of the cameras, he struggled to contain his emotions. What was supposed to be a moment of joy turned into something much more complicated, as Kirk's reaction was not what anyone expected. As Rasheeda calmly shared the news with the audience and her fellow cast members, Kirk sat in stunned silence. His mind was racing. For a man who had already made headlines for being unfaithful to his wife, the idea of bringing another child into the world was more than he could handle. It wasn't just the pregnancy itself that was causing him distress, but rather the weight of his past actions and the uncertainty of his future with Rasheeda. He knew the public was watching, waiting to see how he would respond, and for a moment, it seemed like he was caught in an emotional and psychological tug of war. Was he ready to step up and be the father and husband his family needed him to be? Or was the pressure of his past mistakes too much to bear? Kirk's outburst. What followed next was nothing short of a dramatic meltdown. The cameras captured every second of Kirk's unraveling, as he voiced his frustration with Rasheeda's decision to keep the pregnancy under wraps. In the heat of the moment, Kirk's feelings of betrayal and inadequacy came to the surface. He was frustrated with Rasheeda for not including him in the decision-making process and felt blindsided by the announcement. To him, it felt like another betrayal, another instance of Rasheeda taking control of their lives without consulting him first. "I can't believe you're doing this to me," Kirk exclaimed, his voice trembling with anger and confusion. His words hit hard, not just because of the raw emotion they carried, but because they showed the depth of his internal conflict. He wanted to be happy about the pregnancy, but his unresolved issues with Rasheeda were overshadowing everything else. Kirk's outburst wasn't just a reflection of his shock at the pregnancy, it was a culmination of the emotional baggage that had built up over the years. His reaction revealed the cracks in their relationship that had yet to heal. The trust between him and Rasheeda had been fractured, and even though they were still married, the foundation of their bond seemed uncertain. Fans watching the scene unfold were divided. Some sympathized with Kirk, understanding the pressure of raising a family while trying to rebuild a relationship fractured by betrayal. Others were quick to defend Rasheeda, pointing out that she had every right to share the news in her own way and on her own terms. The debate quickly became a hot topic on social media, where fans and critics alike weighed in on who was at fault and how the situation could have been handled differently. The strain on their relationship. As the pregnancy progressed, so did the strain on Rasheeda and Kirk's relationship. The emotional toll was evident in their interactions, as Kirk continued to struggle with his feelings of insecurity and guilt. His anger shifted from being focused on Rasheeda's secrecy to being about his own fears: fear of being a good father, fear of repeating his past mistakes, and fear of losing Rasheeda forever. In the face of Kirk's emotional turmoil, Rasheeda showed incredible strength and resilience. She had always been the more grounded and composed partner in their marriage, and despite her own feelings of hurt and frustration, she was determined to move forward with the pregnancy. For Rasheeda, this wasn't just about having a baby, it was about proving to herself and to the world that she could continue to thrive, even in the face of adversity. However, the emotional tension between the two was palpable. Their disagreements about how to navigate the pregnancy, coupled with the unresolved issues from their past, seemed to drive a wedge between them. The love they once had for each other was still there, but it was clouded by the weight of their history. Kirk's redemption arc. Despite the chaos that surrounded Rasheeda's pregnancy, Kirk began to undergo a slow but noticeable transformation. His initial outbursts gave way to moments of reflection, as he began to realize the depth of his mistakes and the importance of his family. In the weeks that followed, Kirk made efforts to mend his relationship with Rasheeda, acknowledging the pain he had caused and attempting to rebuild the trust that had been shattered. While it wasn't easy, Kirk's journey toward redemption was something that played out on Love and Hip Hop. He sought therapy, attended counseling sessions, and made attempts to connect with Rasheeda on a deeper level. His efforts were not always well received, but over time, they became more genuine. For the first time in a long while, fans could see Kirk trying to become the man he had always promised to be. Rasheeda, for her part, remained cautious but open to Kirk's attempts at change. She had learned not to trust easily, but she also knew that growth and healing were possible, even in the most broken of situations. She continued to be the pillar of strength in their relationship, but she also made it clear that she would not tolerate any further betrayals. The birth of new beginnings. As Rasheeda's pregnancy progressed, the couple began to navigate their challenges with a new sense of understanding and commitment. While their journey was far from perfect, there was hope for their relationship. The arrival of their child marked a turning point, an opportunity for both of them to start fresh, to rebuild not just their marriage but also their individual selves. The birth of their baby was a symbol of new beginnings for both Kirk and Rasheeda. The challenges they faced were far from over, but the love and hope they felt for their growing family were enough to push them forward. In the months that followed, their relationship continued to evolve. There were still moments of tension and doubt, but there was also a sense of unity as they worked together to co-parent and rebuild the trust that had been broken. The public drama that once overshadowed their lives began to fade into the background as they focused on their family and their future. The aftermath and the road ahead. Rasheeda's pregnancy exposed more than just the couple's personal lives. It highlighted the complexities of marriage, the difficulties of forgiveness, and the challenges of healing after betrayal. Kirk's emotional meltdown was a raw and honest reflection of the struggles many couples face when confronted with life-changing news. But it was also a testament to the resilience of Rasheeda, who refused to be broken by her husband's actions. For Kirk, the journey was about redemption, about proving to himself and to Rasheeda that he could be the man she needed him to be. While the road ahead was uncertain, there was a glimmer of hope that, with time, their relationship could recover and even grow stronger. The couple's story was not just one of drama and betrayal, it was one of growth, change, and the possibility of a better future. In the end, Rasheeda's pregnancy was more than just a shocking revelation, it was a turning point in their relationship, a moment that exposed both the fragility and the strength of love. Through the turmoil, the tears, and the arguments, Rasheeda and Kirk learned that love is not always perfect, but it is worth fighting for. And sometimes, the most unexpected twists in life can lead to the most beautiful beginnings.